No feedback on this mic. I'm just going to introduce the first piece very quickly. Tiffany Viorge is going to be reading Ephemera by Sarah Lynn Rogers.
I can hear it again. Always in the low, quiet hours of the night it comes, a faint whine carried by the wind. I've been dreaming an orchestra of bendy straws, emitting their eerie whistles. My eyes opened, but the score continued, colored by the rotting eucalyptus smell of nearby Milpitas. What was it? I tried to solve the mystery of the sound before, but I always gave up too easily. Tonight it sounded like haunted swing sets. The house was on fire today. My dad lost his job, another one, on the hottest day of the year, and the scene between him and Mom in the living room was a war zone for hours. They both agreed that it was too hot to bicker about money anymore, that it was too hot to do much of anything but try to sleep the heat away. I was cocooned in my room, alternately ignoring and listening in on their conversation, wishing I had anywhere to go. All of my friends have moved already for college, leaving me here in the valley, trapped in the sweltering house, with my parents in their boiling blood. When their lights went out, part of me wanted to pad down the hall and meander into the night to drift like mist. I didn't know what the rest of me wanted, so I rolled over and summoned sleep. The noise infiltrating my dreams pulled me back into the hot night. I wanted to find the source of it this time, instead of forever playing the guessing game. I gave myself a quest, got dressed, and tiptoed through the front door, closing it quietly behind me. The moon was full of its blue glow on my street. The outside air was not much cooler than the convection oven of my room, but at least I wasn't boxed in. I angled an ear towards the noise and silently stalked down my suburban streets. I'll never understand why so many people leave their front windows and curtains open, inviting strangers to look in on their home lives. I'll never understand a lot of things. I passed a man asleep on the couch in his front room in the gray flickering light of his television. I wondered if he had a wife. Maybe he was in trouble for the night and got kicked out of their bedroom. Maybe he always fell asleep out there first and crawled into bed with her later. Maybe he lived alone. An upstairs light was on in a different house, but I couldn't see anyone through the window. Who else was up at 4, and why? Working on a project, reading, roasting in her house and wishing to be outside, and not having even the flimsiest of reasons. The light stayed on. I continued towards the sound. A car rounded the corner and illuminated me in a flash with its headlights before driving on, making my heart pound. It was stupid to be out alone for no reason. I worried that I should turn back. The sound was clearer as I neared the edge of the neighborhood and approached the busier streets of businesses. I had to cross at the crosswalk, displaying my wandering self to the cars lined up at the stoplight. The quest that seemed romantic and important in my head, but seemed dumb and dangerous now that other people could observe me. I felt so vulnerable. But the sound seemed close to solving now, and it seemed more stupid to turn back and have made myself brave the night and the menacing glare of headlights for nothing. I passed the police station, thinking that at least someone could help if something happened, if I screamed loud enough. And then I saw the train yard. The sound grew even louder as my steps quickened towards the end of the line, where the tracks were being tested, switching from one path to the other. The metal was straining in protest, squilling that metallic whistle, a sound that had had no face before. I thought, this may be the early morning ritual before the riders would come in a few hours, oblivious to the magic and repetitive, unobserved tasks. I was satisfied. After watching for a spell, I walked home again, past the drivers in their cars, who had just as little reason to be out as I had, past the window light, which was out now, past the sleeping husband, widower, divorcee, whoever he was. The black of night was fading to a purple gray as I slipped back inside my oven house with my sleeping parents, who were cool and calm for now. Thank you.